Good. Played a lot of golf. Did very little else. So
Did
that was
you
great.
well?
Yeah, it felt great. I had played one time this year, and then I played was my father-in-law's member.
Did you guys win said member guest?
Yeah, we won our. So it's 60 teams broken up into 10 flights. So you
Okay.
play a practice round that's net, best ball,
Uh-huh.
and then in your flight of 6 teams, you play 9-hole match play against the other 5 teams.
Okay, that's awesome.
And and then whoever gets the most, basically every hole is worth a point. If you win it, you get one. If you split it, you get a half. And we won our flight. And so they take the winners of all 10 flights and then do what they call a shootout.
Okay.
So all 20 guys hit a tee shot on a par 3, and then you play alternate shot out from there. And they take 6 teams after the first hole. They take and then 2 teams after the second hole, and then close out on a par 5. So hit my tee shot. He hit a tee shot onto the very front of the green. That was good. I hit mine directly over the stick and just absolutely nuked an iron into the back corner.
Nice.
Just flew it right over top. The wind had totally changed from when we played that hole in the morning. And what jerseys do you want me to wear?
You go all whites.
Okay. And so I hit 2 clubs less, and it should have been 3. I hit a 4-iron in the morning. I hit a 6-iron in the afternoon, and it should have been a 7.
Jeez.
But yeah, so anyway, we played his ball, which was like, it had to be 60 feet from the pin. So I lagged it to like 5 feet, and he missed. So we ended up a bogey, and we got knocked out. But I think all the gambling and stuff, he made like $600 this week.
Okay, well then that's a successful golf trip.
He always offers to split it with me, and I always tell him no because he pays for everything.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I told him the first day he was like bet like 4 other guys who were playing with either their sons or son-in-law, and they were just doing $20. Oh. Well,
that again.
Going
into this, how does your father-in-law compare to the other members? Is he a strong golfer?
Yeah, he's about as good as I am.
Gotcha.
We're very similar. Handicaps, very similar players. But everything for the whole week is net. So you're playing against your handicap.
Yeah.
And every guy that came in, we finished a little early, and every guy that came in just handed him $20. So everybody came in knowing that they played like dog shit. We actually played with one other guy and his son-in-law. That is like my father-in-law's best buddy. But yeah, it's fun. You know, they got dinner and lunch every day, and
that's awesome.
Drink for free while you're there. So
very
it's pretty
cool.
good. Yep. So I think this is the 5th year in a row I've done that. We finished 3rd, 2nd, and then 1st to the last 2 years in our flight.
Okay, yeah. So you've got that invite locked down.
Mm-hmm. Well, now especially that it's a reason to bring the granddaughter to visit an extra time during the summer. So, yeah, they actually have 2. He used to play with one of his friends from Ohio, and but now he's a senior member also. So there's a senior member guest in the fall that he plays in with that guy, and he's invited me for the June one. Nice. I think the first time his buddy couldn't play, and then he realized that he had more fun with me. We did. We are up in the 2nd flight now. And the last 2 or 3 years, our handicaps are low enough that I'm like, oh fuck, are we gonna end up at flight 1 with like a bunch of scratch golfers like clawing for your life? And every year we've avoided it so far. I think we were like the 8th or 9th team this year. So
Yeah,
I
you
just
just
got
got to
to
get you got to get really drunk like for 2 rounds a year and just sandbag your handicap.
Mm-hmm. Well, I told them, I was like, I really don't know that I'm going to play to my 4 handicap right now since I've played 1 time since Thanksgiving. But I went to the driving range with Brian about 2 weeks ago and felt okay. And then like that first practice round felt great. I birdied number 1, and we were off from there.
Nice.
All right, what the fuck are we doing here? Now I gotta remember how to play this game.
Exactly. Yeah, I have no idea how to play again.
What were you doing the last few days?
We went to Las Vegas for my mom's birthday.
Nice.
So
Is that why you were throwing down Guardians Valkyrie parlays?
yesterday? So I got there. We went there. When the hell did we get there? Sunday. My sport bet. Oh my goodness. Sport betting got off to a good start. Had a little 2-0 parlay with college baseball. So I'm like, okay, I'm feeling this. So then I cashed my ticket yesterday, and first I had one winning bet. I had the Florida Panthers minus $1.5, so that was good. But then I also had 4 baseball games yesterday. The Guardians. That didn't go well, and then I lost 3 extra inning games in one day. It was impressive.
Yeah, kind of tough to do.
Although one of them had no business. Did you see the end of the Mariner Diamondback game by chance yesterday?
No, I don't think I did.
4-0, 2 outs, 9th inning. I forget if there was a runner on. There might have been a runner on. And it's like 1-1 count. Like, the game's over. And the Diamondback closer, I think, shattered his elbow on a pitch.
Okay.
And the guy comes in, gets all the time in the world, but I'm thinking, man, this guy did not expect to come in. Well, sure enough, he gave up 4 runs with 2 outs. But then in the 11th, the Diamondbacks hit like a 2-out grand slam to win it.
Wow.
Good
stand.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line.
They're going to get 2 points out of it, though.
They're going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive.
In an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play.
How's the SEC been so far this year? Have you had any challenges?
Beat the shit out of Georgia. Who else did I play? Maybe I've only played 1 so far. Yeah, I think I've only played 1.
But they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. There's contact on the throw. The pass is off.
I'll take the punt.
Mateo Power had Bry's right tackle in hell from the start of our game. He was getting so mad he could not get a pass off.
It looked like the entire team had Brian hell that game.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here comes the Kent State offense on the field.
Didn't go great.
That was one I didn't the context clues of the chat kind of said oh, this probably was ugly, and then the next morning I saw the score oh, I didn't realize it was that bad.
I felt so bad for him. It was just one of those games where everything goes to hell.
And he'll set up to throw. Finds a man to the left, big catch downfield. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Oh, that was close.
And the thing that like he really didn't tilt. It was just like nothing went right.
Past the sticks and move the chains.
Catch made by the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Was that before or after they beat Toledo? So at least he got
That was the
one
night before.
good game.
He woke up the next morning and beat Toledo.
Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Coming to the line on second down. This is important.
In a game that he was controlling, and then Toledo made a
Yeah,
furious
it got
fourth
interesting there
quarter
at the end.
run.
That's a good call.
Touchdown, golden flashes. Strong game by this quarterback.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the
All
quarterback...
right, so if we can just put you on the 1 yard line every possession, I feel really good about my defense.
All you had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the fair catch signal for it taken.
Where'd you guys stay in Vegas?
We stayed at the Fontainebleau. Really nice. Location, I'd give an F. It's north about a mile of the Wynn, so it's kind of just not convenient to anything.
Because the Wynn's like the end of the strip, right?
Exactly.
Give or
So
take.
this is the end plus.
Yeah.
But it was also 110 out, so it wasn't as if we were like walking around a ton, so
Yeah.
really didn't matter a ton. But if you went there and you wanted to walk around, it would not be the place to stay. But otherwise, nice. Food was really good. There was a lot of good. I'd also like it if my guys could catch.
That's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback
It's a weird. My parents aren't gamblers really. Like my dad hates to gamble. My mom enjoyed playing slot machines here and there. It's just a weird place then to go with your parents.
Yeah. Will your dad partake in a sports book? Or does he not even like doing that?
No, he'll sit there and watch it. But they're just. It was also just a weird time. We went Sunday. We were basically there Sunday to Monday, so we got there after most of the Sunday baseball games had started. So there was the NBA game, and then limited baseball. Yet there just wasn't a lot of sports going on these last 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Here's the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what.
I almost did send you guys the Cleveland Browns were tied for the longest odds to win the Super Bowl.
That makes them block just a little
I thought you could probably get a pretty good number on their win total for next year too. 5.5 maybe? 5?
I think it was 5.5, but I think they were plus 10,000. Them and the Giants.
What an absolutely dog shit franchise.
I was ready to hammer it. Like, I'll take my 37 cents.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Short throw complete to the tight end.
Is that the Dallas Clark wannabe? He's still around? Mm-hmm. See a sophomore now? Yeah.
Yeah.
A tight end is a matchup.
I'm going to import him into CFB 26.
This tight end is so
God,
dangerous.
he's huge.
Hey guys, don't forget about me.
Yeah, and fast. I finally did it. I finally found a good tight end.
I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused
Oh
on
no,
this guy.
I got skunked on the
Take out a camera,
little laggy there. Oh fuck.
Kickoff team. Let's see if they give the return.
I don't think that's going to matter this game. have a bad
I
feeling
don't know.
about
You don't
this
just
one.
walk into Athens, Ohio, and get a W.
This one will be fair.
I know. I do know that I'm in for 40 minutes of hell here.
This will be a 40-minute game. That is certain with the way we play.
The Ohio offense back out there now. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Trying to find room. It's Daly.
Go.
Tackle, but first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it on first down. It's a quick grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's a screen pass to the running back.
Yeah, I'm not going to call it lag, but it seems to be a little slow tonight.
Yeah, I had like 3 little far. Unfortunately, one of them was right when I was trying to kick an extra point. But honestly, that touchdown run, it lagged when I was at the 15-yard line, and then I next saw my guy in the end zone. Well, I suppose I was lucky that I was running the line.
Second down after that previous play. The shotgun handoff here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On first and 10, looking to throw. Pump for the middle. It's Daly. Defense
Alabama put a hurt into South Carolina, it looked like.
the final play of this
I get them next week. Could be another top 5 matchup. Work to do, though. Work to do.
Already looking ahead. Nick Saban's return to Tuscaloosa. Black Nick Saban's return to Tuscaloosa.
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room.
Who do you like this weekend at Oakmont?
The field.
It's going to be a massacre.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown.
Yeah, nobody sounds like they're particularly confident after playing the course the last couple of days.
I think I read Rory shot an 81 the other day on his practice round.
Scheffler said today that it might be the hardest golf course he's ever played.
Kickoff team on the field getting set.
I forgot about number 1, how these guys can basically putt the ball from 150 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Totally forgot about that.
It's Henderson.
It's just nuts.
Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Golden Flash's offense retakes the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Ooh, face mask.
Run moves the ball out across the 20, 21.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
You may be
Oh.
getting to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Golden Flashes will send the punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Bobcats offense back out there. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Nice throw, caught for a completion. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
One thing I love about this back.
How'd the Guardians been playing before? Have they been playing halfway decent baseball of late, or no?
The last week and a half, they've played like shit. They got shut up by the Reds tonight.
And there's the handoff.
To lose to them for the second day in a row.
Going. It's a first down to the 46.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down.
Yeah, I don't know. They're a very average team.
Blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back.
Is anyone good in that division other than Detroit? Is Minnesota any good?
Minnesota sucks. I mean, I think they have a better record than the Guardians do right now, but they're trash.
There's the tackle. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the quarterback dropping back. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
Yeah, that defensive end's an issue.
An incompletion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Pass not complete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Jarius, you are not touching this ball. Oh, yeah, you are.
And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Here comes the Kent State offense on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. On first down, it's play action. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch, but gets the first down in the process.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at midfield. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, this is
2 for 2 on your screen calls.
Screenplay to the running back to pick up
Big
big yards
plays.
in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. looking to scramble now.
Chauncey, strong legs.
Never a doubt.
This is how you keep a drive alive. You know, it doesn't always show up in a stat sheet the next day, but when you look at this quarterback and want to get caught up in his passing numbers, these are the plays that I love. He picks up the first down and keeps his drive alive.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Did your guy drop it or did my guy drop it?
Really good coverage
I
here
don't know
by
what
the defense, but I love
Fowler's.
their
Oh, your
awareness.
guy
The
did.
ball's in the
Wow.
air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Here's the second down play. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Going to try to use his legs here. Gets loose on the scramble, picks up a decent gain, short of the first down. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score.
I don't like that guy.
Then flashes.
This guy has a knack for the end
He's my
zone.
hero.
That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return begins inside the 10. And they stop him at the 20.
Still not worth it. I just cannot get to the 25 on kick returns.
Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they come up with this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Daly. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
A completion sets up a second down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Testing the defense with a throw
Nice throw.
That ball just seemed
Yeah,
to
at least
sail on
he
him.
gave the guy a chance.
Make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able
Guy
to
in the
get
third
that
row a
catch and
chance.
bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time, and if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Try to pick up the third and short through the air. Receiver makes the catch. And that will pick up the first down. Spotted at 38.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
And the Bobcats lining up here on first and 10. Looking to throw it again. A short completion of the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that short completion. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Off the RPO, caught to the
Oh, what the
breaking free at the 35.
turbo boosty hit there?
Yeah, it's they get the mushroom shell somehow.
Bobcats.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Jarius.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson.
Jarius.
Got some daylight turning on the speed.
I cannot wait until you graduate.
Still going. It's a foot race.
That's like his third against me, at least.
And now they'll set up for the point after.
Well, you got the ball back in time.
You'll
to score
see
again.
on the replay
You'll
see on the replay when I run RPOs on offense, I bring the camera back out so I can see the entire field, and the kickoff got stuck on that camera, and it was very hard to decide who the hell I was covering the kick with there, and I had one chance at him and I missed.
The Ohio offense back out there now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. The Bobcats come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. That pass is caught. And a nice first down game here. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Short pass finds the tight end. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Not exactly Herbstreit. It was in fact a terrible throw because the guy was streaking wide open, but okay. Whatever you say.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, this sack was on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's on the run. Launches.
What?
This one is dropped. No one around.
I can't believe that safety didn't go catch the ball.
I can't believe every aspect of that play. I don't know how he threw it that far after his last couple of throws. I don't know how your guy didn't undercut it, and then nice drop.
Puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
Returner decides to fair catch this.
Your favorite game situation here.
18 seconds. 16 seconds is too much time for you to run it on first down, maybe.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Dump off caught by the running back. Finally out of bounds after a
Problem is, I know it's coming.
there is
It's
a flag on the
only a
field.
matter
Let's
of
check this
time.
out. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. It's a run to the left. Runs through the defender.
If he got out of that tackle, I might have cried. It looked like he almost did for a second.
First down yardage yet. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Bunch of DBs on the field now trying to defend against the deep pass. He'll hand it off. And they get him down. What will be
Tough to run against the prevent defense.
All that game tape finally paid off.
Well, that was certainly a half football. And I've never been to the OU football stadium, but that open end, out looking out at the trees and stuff, looks pretty nice.
It
I don't know,
does.
I've just never noticed it before.
Here comes the Bobcats offense.
All the stadiums
so
from our 5 teams look pretty nice.
I get so tired of looking at Brian Mac's like brick fortress behind the stadium.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on a ball? Bounce on it for a big turnover.
Show me a replay, please.
I would thought he was still standing up.
I think he was definitely
He
standing
was just
up.
in a pile of
Yeah, but I
mess.
I think I have to challenge it. But no, I don't think it was close.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. It's a screen pass complete to the
Oh, what a
running back.
block.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down offense backwards with the sack.
I'll say this. This defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback looks to his right.
That play still remains unstoppable.
After a nice pickup on the play. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Golden Flashes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. He scores. Touchdown, Kent State.
It's suggesting that I go for 2 now.
Offense padding its lead
Yeah.
out here in the second half.
I think I'll probably
Get into
do
the
it.
second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you have
Suggesting
2
a bunch of
possessions,
terrible
you can
plays.
start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Now the try for the 2-point conversion. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back.
Was that one of them?
No, that was my own bad decision. Thank
Okay.
you.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one.
Running on the 2-point conversion plays feels like there's like a sickness in me where like there's just no optionality when I see the play is not going to work. I
Unless
feel like I
you're
need to default to pass.
unless you're Tuggle, it's a pass.
Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in a fumble, and that set up a touchdown, so they got to bounce back from that right away.
That's a pick.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
He was just standing there, and I thought he was spying, and I thought I could outsmart him if I rolled right and threw left, and that's just a stupid idea.
Great job here by the backer. Just
He just was standing there staring me down.
stepping in front of that throw, comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do.
I like this game a lot better at 17-14 before Jerry's
Point was up and good.
and the drop.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return.
You can talk all that you want, but I know that no lead is safe, and I'm going to hang 100 on it.
Big guys up front.
Problem is, I just have not done really anything on offense. I have one play where my guy took a boost.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Hit as he releases
You've
it.
developed the Bowling Green, my defensive line is better than your offensive line, and I'm going to wreak havoc every pass play.
Mateo Power is so good.
Getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Passes in.
That's also helpful.
It's affecting the quarterback pressure there.
O'Kine might be drunk.
Quarterback drops back to throw. If we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him
He's a
down.
national champion.
If we don't,
Just drills my guard.
here by dialing up the pressure.
Did you start making the statue for him yet, or you'll wait?
Gotta wait a little longer. He's so open.
Looking deep here.
Oh, what a throw!
It's caught on the left side for
Wow, that was open.
The
That's putting 8 guys into coverage to find him.
statue comes after the spreadsheet.
Great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Snags a good throw. Defense
Which I have your DJ, your trip to thank for,
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now.
or to curse me for.
Oh man, I mean that's like ideally the game would do all that.
It should, and there's hope that the next one does better stuff.
That's better. Yeah.
So I might not need to do everything.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that we can all do as we go, and
Yeah.
you just teach us
Once,
how not to mess
yeah,
it up.
especially now, it's just really inputting your one game each week. It shouldn't be that bad.
And here's the handoff. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Kicker's name is Brent Pounds.
He's not
Did
good.
he not? So he's not related to Jeff.
Not related. He's not an Air Force brat.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's a good throw off the play fake. Touchdown, Ohio. Still no
So what's the score? 40 to 20?
Yeah.
20, 20. That's an, I had every intention of running that play, thinking, "Oh, he's gonna
And the PAT is good.
protect against that," and you took away what I wanted to do. What got fortunate, I kept a finger there. Uh-oh.
That is an actual RPO, not a play action.
That was an actual RPO, yeah.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Kent State's offense back out there now. The linebacker shifting around now. Makes a quick grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
With this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Catch hauled in here over the middle.
He's so fast. He was being double teamed, and he ran right by the two of them.
Yardage.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. Allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Watch some time, now lets him go. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there. And it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th
I'm
and
going to
short.
go.
Yeah, no, you should. 36-yard run.
Yeah, I think I have the wind, but I don't think I've made a field goal over 40 this year.
Let's see if they can this time. Quarterback drops back.
Especially when you got that play in the playbook.
4th down, a short toss to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. The Golden Flashes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. With the catch. It's
That was going to save me and run out of bounds for a second.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Ooh, good call.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the 1st down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
On the drive that will not end, it is a long way to go on 3rd down here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Did you have that play scouted?
This big lead, they're set to
I've been
The,
running it for 10 seasons.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch.
I was
It's like a go-to 3rd down play when I need like 8 to 10 yards. Hooks for the inside slot receiver and the tight end, and it seems to work against basically every zone.
Ohio offense back out there now. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Caught in the flat by the running back. The pickup is 5.
that other one. You've abandoned your old staple, though, at least so far.
Empty backfield.
And I'm not going to say. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about, but I'm not saying
Yeah.
it because I don't want to see it.
Quarterback looking to throw it.
Yeah, that play is just
Pass is hauled in.
there's more risk involved,
They bring him down, but that's a solid
especially if your running back's not a receiving back.
line in the hurry up. Looking to throw it on 1st down.
It's a staple in the Toledo offense these days.
Yeah, he has copied that play big time.
Get rid of the ball often so fast.
That play is also much easier with a mobile quarterback who can get out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make the order, it's so much easier.
Ball comes, you can knock it away.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain.
Is DJ Blanco a senior this year?
They punted 4
Yeah.
times already on the verge.
Continued my streak, though, of getting a 5-star defensive tackle.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of
Jeez,
1.
this game is
I think-
injury after injury.
We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to go for this. How good's your 5-star defensive tackle?
He's like 6th overall in the country, I think.
That'll work.
Fourth down try.
Yeah, you read that. Runs the well one too many times.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You
Third
draw
down
it
play.
up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Launching it downfield. He makes the grab. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Build Jake a statue.
Coming up, how aggressive will it be? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Lets it go. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. Touchdown, Kent State.
He kind of dared me to throw it, so sorry.
No, that's good.
Ran it to the opposite side of the field. You're getting awfully good at the confusing coverages before the snap.
Your formation. I was thinking of, I don't know what formation I was in. I had four linebackers and they were all blitzing, and there was some zone coverage with my line, but your wide receiver and that like extended slot looked totally uncovered. So I just totally audibled right before the play. So that was the pre-snap movement on that one. But I do tend to, I like to try to show the show blitz button pretty much every play. It's some sort of movement.
This defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
How the heck did he hold on to that one?
This is our last user game.
I think so. I'm fairly certain, yes.
The snap, quarterback setting up the throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead,
And
late
I
in the
would
game, you
say-
take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far.
I have the weakest resume of everyone. But I also ranked 3 heading into this, so I think I'm fine.
Oh yeah. Plus you're gonna get 5 more wins before the end of the season.
I do have to play at Oregon, which scares me.
Did you already beat Kansas State? Bryce still
I
has
beat
Kansas
Kansas State. They were
Number 1 Kansas State.
Yeah. I don't know how they were number 1, but they were better than USC though. USC was another one of those teams that just, their offense was really good, but they just decided, yeah, we can play you man defense all game. Everything will be okay. And it wasn't. I appreciate you, Lincoln Riley.
Quarterback drops back. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Bobcats will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their
God, I
jump.
can't run that play against you.
Was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
That's a design quarterback keeper. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Drops drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. Fourth and short coming
It's like the
up,
third time
and
he's
you
done
know
that
they're
this
thinking
game,
about
at
going for
least.
this one. Likely looking at that play sheet
That
and
one wasn't
finding
even
the go-to
close.
play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Launching one to the end zone. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Golden Flashes offense retakes the field now. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. Kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they
Who's
can
going out of
this
town next?
drive.
Your brother's
Working
out of town for a couple of days?
Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Throws the ball away, but not
I think Imran might be gone already.
Well, some teams
He's gone for
He
like
was going for
2
a couple
weeks at least.
Yeah.
He's going on auto with his extended trip.
move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
The Golden Flashes will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Ohio offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for the wideout.
That's why you're the backup quarterback, my friend.
And it'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball
What's your
downfield.
target?
You just got to hope the quarterback and receivers
What?
can execute when the defense knows it's
Throwing it
coming.
to
Here,
open.
the interception cost them.
Yeah, there was just, I don't know.
Finding some room at the 25. Physical run breaks through a tackle. They'll head out of bounds after another big game. They have this defense with the ground game today.
Ooh, what the?
Caught quickly
I like that play. I like that play a lot.
to stretch the lead. The route
It's a RPO
From the stretch?
play out of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's quarterback,
It's such a long throw, but
receivers, the offensive line.
Yeah.
It's
just,
a good
I mean,
one.
you're just counting. If you get the numbers, throw it, and if not, take your chances with whatever the run is.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the fair catch.
So who did
Take it.
you beat?
I beat Bowling Green.
The Ohio offense back out there now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, down
In one of those rather typical, ugly slugfest dog shit games Mac put me through.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a game Mac will play.
Um,
I don't know what he does to
Throw
everybody that
it.
makes everybody.
yeah, they just turn into slugfest when you play him.
Man, how impressive.
It's
The
probably
game,
because his defense is actually good and he sucks at offense.
I think that's it to a T.
This defense is
Larry, or not Larry, whoever the heck his quarterback is this year, really struggled.
They're applying more pressure. They come up with a sack here.
Like Alex is this game. This is Jake. Toledo kicked both our ass back to back.
Interception really about cost them the
And then my game against Miami of Ohio was week 1, and it was one of our games where no one could stop anyone. And I think I made a joke to Bry about how my team doesn't fumble anymore except for my quarterback, and like the next play he fumbled at the 10-yard line, and that was the game. Oh, and then I came back. I had a big comeback, and I was driving and had a 4th down stop. He stopped me on 4th down late. No, that was a close game at the end. Forgot about that. Unlike this.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty
So at the moment, I really have no. I
and his
mean,
decision to still throw the ball with the lead.
I think I lean towards you're the best team of the 5 this season, but
It's early.
Down injured after that last play. We'll take
A lot of games. Plus, I've got 2 running backs and a quarterback coming off the injury list in the next 4 weeks, so it'll look different unless I just bench all my best players.
but your quarterback was the backup last year. It's not like he's been a starter before, right?
Yeah, he was way better though. Well, I mean, I made it through 1 game and 1 more.
Yeah.
But I think he threw 2 incomplete passes in that time.
Well, whatever Chauncey's numbers were against Toledo, these are the inverse.
That was Shamir Franks against.
Okay.
Chauncey was supposed to be quarterback 4 this year.
Shamir Franks was not good.
Maurice Younger's in Chicago. Lemon's hurt. Shamir's been benched. And now Cardale Jones Butts is kicking butt.
This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
It occurred to me the other day that we're like, but probably 75 days from week 0
We're getting close, yeah.
from somebody playing in Dublin.
Big Ten needs to watch out. Deshaun Foster starting to learn how to recruit.
Are they doing well?
Yeah, they surprisingly are. They've landed the last couple of weeks like a bunch of 4-stars that are choosing UCLA over other quality schools. I don't know what changed because I still think he's a terrible coach and that's going to be an absolute dumpster fire, but something's improved. I don't trust Nico one bit.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air.
I really don't. I think people forget, like, when you look back at his year last year, he wasn't good. Like, Tennessee was
No.
good, but he really wasn't.
But they ran the shit out of the ball and had a great defense.
Yeah, like, just look at the Ohio State. I mean, obviously Ohio State was really good, and they beat him in every foundation of the game, but Nico was atrocious in that game. And I get that Ethan Garbers was the quarterback last year, and you and I are better than Ethan Garbers, so, like, okay, Nico's probably better, but the Bruins roster is still really bad. So, like, all these people saying, like, they're going to be good, no, they're not. While I am high on a full year of Dana Holgerson and Dylan Raiola, I think Nebraska's going to be very good this year.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, and he can't.
So that definitely means they're going to win like 5 games, and Matt Rule will get fired.
I can't wait to throw that back on your face in like October 15th. They're 2-4 and need to beat Rutgers to have a chance at getting bowl eligible.
And blown 3 of those games with like back-breaking fashion.
You wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They're going to run the option. They'll toss it to the back.
we unfortunately aren't going to. My dad used to do business with one of the energy companies in Columbus, and one of his old coworkers or colleagues invited us to go out for the Ohio State UCLA game. Unfortunately, UCLA plays basketball at the Intuit Dome the day before against Arizona, and I want to go to that instead. But we may try to go to an Ohio State game at some point this season.
That's cool.
He went a couple years ago when they played Indiana in a relatively close game, and said, "Yeah, the shoe's obviously amazing."
So that must be a mid to late November game if basketball started.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like November 14th, 15th, something like that. A couple weeks before Thanksgiving, I think. Do they know who the quarterback's going to be yet? Is it Saline,
I'm
whatever the
pretty
heck
sure
his
it's
name
gonna
is?
be saying. Yeah, everybody's saying like he's the guy. Even the guys who left were like, "You guys don't understand how good this kid is." So I can't imagine that anybody else will get first crack at it. I mean, I assume that's why Brown left, is that he knew he didn't have a chance.
DJ, I don't know.
There's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Helping Mateo Power make his Heisman case.
Just got to help your deal breaker, too, on sacks for play style. Just doing my part. Helping when I can. God darn it. Why do I run that play? I can't run it. I feel like I'm the road team in this game.
It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Okay.
And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Oh my
Part of me really wants to kick the field goal to make this look slightly better. Like, I was definitely tempted.
quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Nope.
One last pass and sent ball is incomplete, and that will wrap
Nope,
up
nope,
this
nope.
game.
Good game, good game. Ugly, ugly, ugly.
They get the W, but they also make a pretty
21-0 fourth quarter. Good, you deserve that.
I'll take
It was
it. What I got last
22-0 in a college football semifinal for a 1-point win, but
Oh, second quarter got close for
oh no,
a minute
that
and a
was
half.